Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 529 based on novel. So let's start. As time flies, the battles in the other four regions seem to have entered a white-hot stage, and even the ancient formation outside the Demon God Palace has become weaker and weaker, as if it will collapse completely in a short time. The cataclysm of the demon world seems to be coming to an end. After the two people who poured into the sea of magic, after the whole body was spinning, they suddenly poured into a special latitude. It seems that you guessed it right. Although the magic sea is terrifying, there is only one trick. This place seems to be the hub of the magic sea. Many powers in his body have temporarily lost their effect, but there is no dangerous fluctuation around. Xiao Yan just looked carefully. There is no exit in this mysterious latitude. It is like a sealed secret room, surrounded by some strange crystal blocks. The crystal blocks are about the size of a head, and the whole body is round, but it is sturdy. And the strangest thing is that when his eyes fall on it, he can't see his own portrait. There is some kind of mysterious power flowing on the crystal, which is beautiful. There is only one way. Do you want to keep going? The latitude space here. Could it be the proud work of the first-generation demon god? For some reason, Xiao Yan always felt that this first-generation demon god was not only gifted, but also a very arrogant master. What is the role of the space he created? The journey was not long, and it came to an end in a few minutes. The world at the end is still a narrow space composed entirely of colorless crystal blocks. There is only a huge crystal stone standing in the space, and I don't know what effect it has. This place, how is it similar to the mysterious cave in the demon world? Xiao Yang suddenly remembered something. When he was in the demon world, he seemed to have seen some secrets belonging to the demon emperor from this crystal block world. It seems that the immortal power of the demon emperor is derived from this special latitude. But the demon realm and the demon realm are completely different. What magical use is this first-generation demon **** going to do? On the other side, Su Shuering was also in the same situation, but unlike Xiao Yang, in front of her, there was a huge dazzling crystal block, and there were some obscure words on the crystal block that Xiao Yang was not in the space. This place exists in the core of the magic sea. If someone who is destined to enter it, can use its crystals to explore the mysteries. This thing is called Dongtian Magic Crystal. It has insight into yin and yang, and knows all things. Remember, it can only be used once, only the past, not the future. Lines of tiny characters are protected by a touch of demonic energy, and even after countless years, there is no trace of laxity. Looking at these word marks, Su Shuering's eyes loosened slightly, and then she hesitated for its authenticity. The guardian of the Xiao clan exterminated the clan. After a while, Su Shuering's slender eyelashes flickered, she raised her wrist, and with the power of holy flame, she directly carved a row of large characters on it. But when she wrote the last word, Su Shuering couldn't help but the figure of a strange man appeared in her heart. He was the first man who could tug at his heartstrings and influence his emotions. Xiao clan, Xiao Yang. In the blink of an eye, the words on the giant spar were changed by it. The crystal plane above the spar began to twist and rotate, and scenes of dusty pictures appeared in it. Dochi Continent, Wutan City. Humiliated, divorced. 30 years of Hudong, 30 years of Hudong, don't bully the poor. The scenes of the hot-blooded boy's past, undisguised, appeared in it. In the picture, Xiao Yang recorded all kinds of things that happened in the Dochi continent with clarity. Su Shuering was really surprised by his bold words and courage. It turns out, the end of their lower plane cultivation is just our starting point. For the sake of the family, for the people he loves, for the things worth protecting. His cultivation has always been walking on the tip of the knife like this, and he will fall completely if he is not careful. This is the demeanor a Xiao clan should have. I've always blamed him wrongly. So far, after learning about Xiao Yang's past, Su Shuering's mood suddenly changed dramatically. As for Xiao Yang's side, there were no such words, and he was in trouble for a while. I really don't know how Su Shuering's girl is now. She was not like she is now. What happened to her? Following Xiao Yang's self-talk, the huge spar in the space began to flicker, and a picture appeared in it. It was a special country that was prosperous and prosperous. A magnificent mountain range appeared in sight, and there was an island in the sky of the mountain range. The 4 golden characters on it completely isolated the two. Xiao family mansion. 4 resplendent words are like some kind of prohibition, always lingering in the sky at the end of this prosperous mountain range, which is admirable. In their mountain range, there are many clan dwellings, And here is the Guardian Mansion mountain range that controlled countless vassal races behind the Xiao clan when they were once brilliant. Dad, what kind of people live on that island? At this time, on a cliff, a middle-aged man hugged a pink and delicate little girl. There are some big heroes living there. The middle-aged man raised his head, looked at the island, and couldn't help but respect. Big hero? Daddy too. Susu will also become a great hero in the future. The father and daughter were talking and laughing here. Patriarch, something is bad. Patriarch Xiao has just left the Xiao family mansion, but his expression seems to be very strange. When he sees people from our guardian lineage, he will kill them indiscriminately. Bang! An invisible shock wave swept out of the sky without warning, followed by an expressionless, hideous figure. Although it was only based on some limited information, Xiao Yang recognized the man in the picture at a glance. Fart! The patriarch of the Guardian clan just got up and was about to salute him, but Xiao Yuntian raised his palm strangely and slapped it heavily on the cliff. Boom! The void is twisted, and an extremely powerful aura of destruction is slaughtered. Even through the screen, Xiao Yang could feel the pressure coming towards him. Xiao Yuntian's strength is by no means comparable to the Thunder Master at his peak. He is so strong. A casual blow, the patriarch of the Guardian clan was seriously injured. Dad! Daddy, what's wrong with you? Don't scare me. Susu's eyes were red, her nose was full of sourness, she raised her delicate face, and tried her best to remember Xiao Yuntian's appearance and expression. At this time, Xiao Yuntian's gloomy expression seemed to be released, and the strength of his body reappeared, and he grabbed the Guardian clan's patriarch with a single strike. The fingers twisted, and the terrifying force actually shattered the latter's bones, and the sound of the shattering soul was like some kind of magic sound, deeply stinging Susu's nerve. After easily obliterating the patriarch of the Guardian clan, Xiao Yuntian's figure and voice became more and more wild, and he directly swept into the mountain range where the Guardian lived, and began to kill. The entire Guardian was nearly 10,000, almost dead and wounded, and the blood flowed into a river, which became a lingering nightmare in Susu's childhood mind. The raging fire burned and seemed to burn everything here. It was at this time that the secluded blue and cold flames in Susu's body broke out, and he was spared the trouble, and then quietly brought the night demon fire in the Guardian's lineage to the Do-Di continent. And it didn't take long for the matter to come to the decisive moment of the First World War, so no strong man still had the will to investigate this matter, and this matter was even after the end of the First World War, the Xiao clan strongman disappeared. The world is out of sight. This ancestor of Susu is also the only remaining bloodline of the Guardian lineage, and is also the ancestor of Feng Weiner and others. The picture recorded in his mind has become a lingering nightmare for the guardians of Do-Di continent all day long. As for Su Shuiying, after several generations, only the remaining Guardian clan regarded the Xiao clan as the biggest enemy. This is what happened to Su Shuiying and Xiao Yang later. Oh, this girl is also a hard-working person. At this moment, knowing the truth about the ins and outs of the matter, Xiao Yang couldn't help but feel a sense of guilt for the guardians. The guardians under the Xiao clan were conscientious, but they were completely wiped out by the people of the Xiao clan, and no one could bear the torture of such a nightmare. Although later, with the help of Xiao Yang, I came to know many doubts, that Xiao Yuntian who obliterated the guardian lineage was not the real Xiao Yuntian, but the doomsday scene that was so vivid at the beginning was still piercing like a needle cone. It hurts their heartstrings, unforgettable. Some residual images of the hatred of the genocide, since the ancestors of Susu left it, have accompanied Su Shuiying and many strong guardians in their lives. Formed a lingering nightmare, resentment and hatred, enough to distort their hearts. A miserable person? As Xiao Yang's voice sounded, a sharp and playful voice suddenly appeared in the crystal latitude, and there seemed to be an aura that Xiao Yang was familiar with. Su Shuiying. Xiao Yang was startled, looked up at the strange void twisted by the crystal latitude, and hurriedly called out. After a while, the crystal latitude was distorted, and Su Shuiying's delicate body quietly walked out of it. A long black dress, which outlines its graceful curves, is extremely evil, and countless magical energy lingers around her body, like a witch in the demon world, not as pure and clean as before. At this moment, Su Shuiying did not have any hostility towards Xiao Yang on her pretty face, instead she was full of relief. Everything in the past was his fault for Xiao Yang. Are you okay? The eyes of the two gathered together, and then they asked in unison, and the atmosphere was a little weird. I'm fine. Seeing Xiao Yang's situation and the spar in front of her, Su Shuiying forced a smile, and then seemed to think of something, her beautiful eyes staring at Xiao Yang. Your strength actually broke through to the peak of the 6th reincarnation order? The huge demonic energy in your body is too strange, causing your current strength to be illusory and illusory. If you continue this way, your strength will not be able to improve in the future, and even your life will be in danger. Spray those powers out. After a while, Xiao Yang's brows instantly became ugly when he looked at the large and small curse marks on Su Shuiying's snow-white skin. The huge perception instantly sensed Su Shuiying's current physical condition. Although it is very complicated and difficult, Xiao Yang's strength is not hopeless. At that time, I am afraid that even Xiao Yang would be helpless. Xiao Yang, what happened in the past is indeed my fault. I'm sorry. Su Shuiying put her hands behind her back. Yin Ya bit the corner of her mouth lightly, and then turned around gracefully on the spot, shaking her head slightly, as if she had her own plans. Xiao Yang was stunned for a while, and obviously knew something. With the help of the mystery here, Su Shuiying also understood her past. The atmosphere between the two was completely different from before, and the misunderstanding and knot were finally completely resolved. Anyway, you are also one of the guardians of our Xiao clan, and I will naturally take care of your affairs. Xiao Yang's eyes were stern, and the holy flames all over his body began to gather. If Su Shuiying didn't disperse these forces, I'm afraid he could only do it himself. After all, once her demonic energy was allowed to erode Su Shuiying's origin, the next changes would be beyond Xiao Yang's control. She felt a little guilty, and wanted to do something for the elders of the Xiao clan for the guardian lineage. As a matter of fact, Xiao Yang naturally would not let her go on like this. After all, Su Shuiying was left behind from the guardian lineage, one of the few high-level leaders. 1. Before taking it, I have a small request. Go ahead. Let me give you a hug. Just a moment. At this moment, Su Shuiying moved with lotus steps and walked towards Xiao Yang gently, with a touch of stubbornness in her beautiful eyes. I will give you a satisfactory answer about the guardian family. Xiao Yang nodded, and then the two bodies slowly approached. The bodies overlapped. Xiao Yang put one arm around the latter's head and the other around Xiaoman's waist. There was no sign of crossing the line. Su Shuiying instead buried her head tightly in Xiao Yang's arms, her arms only hugged Xiao Yang's chest. The warm, quiet, and sacred aura flowed down from Xiao Yang's body, making Su Shuiying's aura completely quiet. If you don't mind, then be my sister. The Xiao family will always be your safe haven, and you will always be welcome back. Xiao Yang did not push Su Shuiying away, and let this delicate body sob tremblingly in his arms, with a soft voice like a loving father. The sobbing sound was as pitiful as a little girl lost her very beloved toy. A word is settled. From now on, you will be my brother Xiao Yang. After a while, listening to Xiao Yang's figure, the man in his arms pulled out unexpectedly, lifted the touching face full of tears, and tried to squeeze out a smile, breaking through tears. Certainly. Seeing Su Shuiying's actions like this, Xiao Yang's guilt weakened a lot, and he hugged the latter slightly. This should be the best way to deal with the relationship between the two. Brother Xiao Yang, thank you. But I still want to use my power to protect the people I care about. I've already been terminally ill with demonic energy, and I can't go back to the guardian lineage. In this life, I'm very happy to meet you. If I die, please tell Feng Laro and say that I went to a no-man's land to practice. I don't want her to worry. The catastrophe in the demon world, caused by us, will be completely ended by us. Su Shuiying smiled. When the smile burst out, the demonic energy around her body was suddenly uncontrollable, and it swept out like a dam bursting, filling the entire crystal latitude. Such a strong demonic energy actually caused Xiao Yang's whole body to be instantly shaken. Solidified, a monstrous force suppressed Xiao Yang. Among the fluctuations, there are actually 2 palace masters of the demon god palace, and even some hidden powers of the first-generation demon god. But when Xiao Yang wanted to do something, a colorful spa appeared on his chest, releasing a steady stream of gentle power, moisturizing his whole body. For a time, all the power in his body solidified in an instant, as if he was bound here, unable to move. Although this spa began to melt at a speed visible to the naked eye under Xiao Yang's struggle, it was too late in time. Su Shuiying's breath was completely demonized, and the 2 holy flames had a fierce confrontation with many demonic energy in her body. This guy even temporarily suppressed Xiao Yang here. He left Crystal Latitude by himself and headed towards the Corpse Demon Mountain. She clearly wanted to use the power of one person to draw the magic sword. Xiao Yang, bye-bye. The slightly sweet and tragic moving voice fell, and Su Shuiying's body was bathed in waves of boiling demonic energy, and the tears in her eyes were completely replaced by an abnormally cold suffocating energy, which instantly broke through the Crystal Latitude space. towards the corpse magic mountain in the center of the magic sea. Now that he can no longer control the power in his body that is so powerful that he reaches the peak of the 6th level reincarnation, if he can't draw the magic sword with these powers, he will definitely be backlashed and fall here completely. Either succeed, or fall here. This is also the stubbornness in Su Shuiying's heart now. Crack. Su Shuiying's demonic energy rolled around her body, like a heinous big demon, but she had just broken through the crystal latitude and came to the foot of the demonic mountain, and 2 black airs of emptiness instantly imprisoned her. That terrifying demonic energy even surpassed the 6th layer reincarnation rank. The Witch of the Demon Palace. With such power, the peak of the 6th reincarnation? Among the 2 groups of black air, a surprised voice came out. Let her try. Magic sound piano spin. Immediately, a gloomy voice emerged, which easily controlled Su Shuiying's heartstrings. Owner. Su Shuiying's icy tone emerged, and even under the control of the magic piano, her strength at the peak of the 6th reincarnation rank has been increased to some extent. However, the holy flame magic power and other powers in his body always seem to keep a distance from the evil power of the alien race, which is strange. Go to the top of the magic mountain and pull out the magic sword. Yes. Su Shuiying, you liar. The void distorted, watching Su Shuiying's body disappear here. Xiao Yan was also keenly aware of something, and a touch of anger swept his entire chest in an instant. The reason why she joined the Demon God Palace and tried to run for the Demon God, and now she is using the Holy Flame Seal to absorb a lot of power, is not for anything at all, the supreme status and strength of the 4th generation Demon God, but for the atonement and the stubbornness in my heart. The guardian lineage is clean, pure and clean, similar to Su Shuiying's body entangled with demonic energy, and it is difficult to return to it. She still can't pass the level in her own heart. After all, she is a natural talent in the guardian lineage. The most outstanding person has become like this now. How about suffering from demonic energy? In my body, demons, ghosts, evil forces, holy flames, and many other forces coexist as one, so how can it be regarded as good or bad? There is no difference between good and evil, and what distinguishes good from evil is only the person who uses it. Su Shuiying has lived in an environment of hatred since she was a child, and her teachings were too feudal and conservative. When she left the guardian family and joined the demon world, it seemed that today's situation was already doomed. However, Xiao Yang is different. He knows that the Xiao family and even some ancient races stick to what they have seen. It is not uncommon to think similar to Su Shuiying's mind. But this kind of shackles, Xiao Yang will completely break them in his own way. All this started from Su Shuiying. The purpose of cultivation is to better protect certain things. Boom. The brilliant flames filled the entire crystal latitude in an instant, and suddenly this place slowly became illusory, and a bright avenue appeared in front of Xiao Yang. The crystal latitude here is only a special space left by the 1st generation of demon gods. Under Yang's anger, it is natural to break through, but Su Shuiying obviously got a lot of benefits from this. Behind the bright avenue in front of you is the passage leading to the corpse demon mountain. However, during the time when the crystal stone was suppressing Xiao Yang, Su Shuiying had already been controlled to do a lot of things. Even at the bottom of the magic mountain, there were 2 extremely vicious characters waiting for Xiao Yang. The strength of those 2 guys, but what good stubble. Bang! The whole body turned around, and suddenly came to the foot of the magic mountain. Looking at the roaring sea of magic around the magic mountain, a wave of fear emerged spontaneously. Such a sea of demons, in these long years, has already absorbed countless powers. If it falls into it, I am afraid that a real crisis will inevitably be inevitable, and it will be difficult. Looking up, this so-called mountain of corpses is filled with blood and blood, broken bones, hollow shells, etc., and a trace of gloomy aura permeates everywhere. After watching it for a long time, even Xiao Yang's mind is full of thoughts. A sense of shock and fear emerged. Looking up at the top of the corpse demon mountain, there seems to be a layer of dark demonic energy that is thick to the extreme. The void is distorted and stirred by it, and the entire space is completely sinking and sinking. It seems that there is some kind of powerful enough to shock the entire demon world. The Xeon is in it. In such a dangerous area, even Xiao Yang's heart palpitated. If Su Shuiying stepped into it, she would only have one fate: she would die without a place to be buried. No, I have to. Xiao Yang's eyes dimmed, and the holy flames appeared around him. He tried to step directly towards the magic mountain to stop Su Shuiying's death. But at the moment Xiao Yang just made his move, 2 groups of black energy suddenly appeared on the ground at the foot of the mountain, covering the sky and the sun. The cold and gloomy laughter sounded endlessly, and took the lead in intercepting Xiao Yang's figure. Ha ha ha. Xiao Yang, we meet again. At this moment, the black chi surging in front of Xiao Yang was intercepted, and the extremely strange evil aura spread out overwhelmingly, making the whole world suddenly become strange and gloomy. Two groups of extremely evil demonic chi appeared in the bottom of the mountain of corpses. It seems that these two have been waiting here for a long time. Half-step sevenfold reincarnation order, sevenfold reincarnation order. It should be the fifth evil ***** of the demon world catastrophe, and the sixth evil ***** and devil world center demon venerable. Xiao Yang was gloomy in front of him, looking at the fifth and sixth evil gods in front of him. The pressure on his heart was too great. Slowly raising his head, he saw that a thin figure suddenly appeared on the top of the magic mountain. Now the latter is filled with an evil aura belonging to a foreign evil race. It seems that he is under some kind of guidance or control, and is facing the magic mountain step by step. Go to the top. The restrictions on the top of the magic mountain are too terrifying. Su Xuering's actions are tantamount to sending her to death. The seductive magic sound sounded, the magic piano surged in the hands of the devil, and the terrifying evil energy was directly transported into the latter's body, controlling Su Xuering and walking towards the top of the magic mountain. The demon venerable here is just an energy clone. From the moment the demon venerable cast the magic piano, Xiao Yang's keen sense of smell naturally caught something, said solemnly. Controlling Su Xuering to enter the magic mountain, could it be that their purpose is the magic sword? But Su Xuering's two holy flames in the girl's body cooperate with the power of the two palace masters. Logically speaking, they should not be controlled by them. Is there something hidden in this? Xiao Yang was very anxious, but the two in front of him gave him a very rare coercion, especially the holy demon lord who never showed his true colors. It seems that the latter has some strange power in his body, which has a very powerful restraint on himself. That power is not like an ordinary pure heart, but like a pure and extremely evil divine power. Similar to a power unique to the great thousand worlds. Angel power. Where is this sixth evil god, the body of demon venerable? For a time, Xiao Yang felt something was wrong. The demon world center, the world lord demon venerable, and many demon world centers all betrayed the evil race from outside the territory, but why haven't they seen their figures? And this guy is just an energy clone now. Where does his real body exist? Could it be that there are some unknown secrets? Xiao Yang, today is the place where you fell. The gloomy voice of the holy demon lord is like a **** of death, pronouncing Xiao Yang's fate. The latter had just finished speaking, and there was actually a guard of the evil **** who had reached the fifth level of reincarnation, and there were several groups of strange black aura around him, and the strength of those auras were all hovering in the realm of the third and fourth levels of reincarnation. Go ahead. Needless to say, the battle has started. At the same time, the powerful fire elves from the outside world suddenly launched an attack after receiving the signal of Xiao Yang's soul power. Without the powers of the evil gods, it is only a matter of time before the fire elves solve the powerhouses guarding the entire demon palace. However, the outside world still has not found the traces of the powerhouses in the center of the demon world. It seems that these so-called powerhouses in the center of the demon world are simply no longer exists in general. The strength of the peak of the sixth level reincarnation. This guy's growth rate is really terrifying. Seeing Xiao Yang's splendid power, the hideous face of the holy demon lord hidden under the black mist trembled viciously. Once upon a time, Xiao Yang was as insignificant as an ant in the hands of the evil clan powerhouses outside their realm, and could be pinched to death at will. However, with the passage of time and the changes in the plans of the evil tribes outside the territory, the descendant of the Xiao tribe left in the Great Thousand World, the growth rate can be described as embarrassing. Feels terribly tricky. Kill. Several evil powerhouses were receiving the instruction of the heretic god, and Fei Shi roared away at Xiao Yang. Get out of here. Facing the attack of several guards of the heretic god, Xiao Yang's whole body was filled with scorching holy flames. Holy demon lord, Xiao Yang's combat power is even more terrifying than his strength. You have to be careful. Mozen's energy clone motivated the power of the magic piano and controlled Su Xuering to climb the magic mountain. He couldn't divide the power to help the latter again, so he could only remind him aloud. I know. The holy demon lord snorted coldly, and the demonic energy around his body began to rise little by little. As expected of the descendants of the Xiao clan. However, the gap between the 6th layer reincarnation order and the 7th layer reincarnation order is not something you can imagine. The demon realm, the holy demon world. The tragic demon sound resounded throughout the whole world, and the evil forces that surpassed this world surged out, and Xiao Yang's body suddenly seemed to be pulled into some unknown dark realm by an incomparable power. Middle. Gloomy, cold, death and other auras filled Xiao Yang's perception, as if they were swallowing his evil body and will little by little. Xiao Yang has seldom used powers such as the domain, the Hall of Taboos, etc. After all, after his strength reaches the peak of the 6th reincarnation rank, it is his own fighting skills and other powers that play a key role in the battle. Now the attack of the Holy Demon Lord is clearly to put the two of them in a certain dark realm, trying to completely solve Xiao Yang here. After all, the strength of the two of them is too terrifying now. Once the battle is fully launched here, I am afraid that the entire Devil Sea will be completely destroyed. Just here, let's finish you off completely. During the speech, the magnificent powers, large and small, on the bodies of the two, like the twinkling of stars, completely illuminated the entire dark realm. Come. Seeing such a strong demonic energy on the body of the Holy Demon Lord, and the fact that this guy had been dormant in the Great Thousand Palaces for countless years, Xiao Yang was full of thoughts, and after a while he shook his head slightly. Obviously, this time, he was not going to use the power of holy flames. Basha. Waterspout, heavenly waterfall. At this moment, large and small cyan water splashes appeared on Xiao Yang's body, which was filled with a thick and ancient air halo. He waved his palm, and was forming a seal with some kind of weird movement. Countless cyan brilliance quickly appeared here. In the world of darkness, there is a monstrous shadow gathered in the sky. Countless cyan halos shot out from Xiao Yang's body, and immediately rolled in the darkness like a vast ocean. The magnificent cyan dragon was formed by the gathering of countless water attribute forces, and the dense cyan scales actually slowed down. Slowly shocked the Holy Demon Lord. The power of the dragon race. Looking at this scene, an ugly look appeared on the face of the Holy Demon Lord. Being able to use his own strength to display top immortal fighting skills, there are not many people in the entire Great Thousand World, and this Xiao Yang is so smart that he does not use the power of Holy Flame to deal with himself, which makes the Holy Demon Lord slightly surprised. After all, he has found several ways to deal with the Holy Flame. Finally, the water splashed all over the Qinglong, his body trembled, and the dragon's eyes contained a monstrous divine power that could not be resisted, and he roared straight at the Holy Demon Lord. The holy shadow of the sky. In an instant, watching Xiao Yang's vicious attack, the Holy Demon Lord easily emerged from the black mist. His entire body was as immature as a human boy, and a tragic and sinister smile appeared on his handsome face. On the palm of the hand, a pure white scroll was easily crushed, and there seemed to be some kind of sacred aura emerging from it. Between the heavens and the earth, snow and ice began to dance, and a figure of a woman with a size of 100 zhong appeared behind her, sheltering him. The woman is like a supreme ruler, looking down at all living beings, shaking her delicate body at will, scattered snow and ice all over her body, her beautiful eyes slowly opening, and staring at Xiao Yang. An invisible depression turned out to be the movement of many forces in Xiao Yang's body. The transition becomes slow. This woman's whole body is composed of a pure white power, and through these pure white power, you can vaguely see the surface of her skin, filled with a sacred wave that is extremely pure. Even in the heart of the woman's figure, a pure light group emerged. Xiao Yang watched it, and the many forces in the body became quiet for a while, not listening. It's like the many forces in his body, under the shock of this light group, are not under his control. Whether it is soul power, spiritual power, etc. are all affected by it. Your identity seems to be related to Liu Hui's eyes. At this moment, Xiao Yang couldn't help but become vigilant. The power above this woman's figure definitely did not contain any evil power, but it was pure and made Xiao Yang feel puzzled. It has something to do with Liu Hui's eyes. In addition, this guy's lifespan is too long, and he has been dormant in the Great Thousand World for countless years. I am afraid that this kind of power is likely to originate from the kingdom of angels and the power of teaching. Angel power. The power of angels is extremely sacred, and even today's Xiao Yang, there is no good way to solve it, and the power of angels has different restraint effects on the vast world and even the evil races outside the territory. For a time, the battle in the entire Dark Realm seemed to be confusing. In the Dark Realm, there is silence, and countless spatial turbulence pours out at will, as if it contains some kind of deadly threat. This is the place where Xiao Yang and the Holy Demon Lord fought, and it was dangerous. The monstrous azure dragon giant shadow is entrenched beside Xiao Yang, and the tornado storm with the water attribute intensifies. Xiao Yang under the azure dragon looks solemnly at the distance, the Holy Demon Lord who is sheltered by the shadow of an angel transformed by divine power. Under the influence of that angel's shadow, the water attribute top immortal technique that Xiao Yang displayed was already on the verge of collapse. The interfering power emanating from the angel's shadow light group made a lot of power in Xiao Yang's body begin to become quiet, unable to condense the terrifying attack. There are only two kinds of power in the body that are crazy about it. This master has been dormant in the Great Thousand World for thousands of years, how could he be unprepared? Xiao Yang, this master knows that you possess many holy flames and the power of the four attributes, but in front of the power of angels, if you are as strong as you, I am afraid that you will only end up being judged. After all, the power of angels is not something that your holy flame can resist. There were gloomy smiles on the face of the holy demon lord, ridiculing endlessly. According to his information, only the power of holy flames can compete with the power of angels in Xiao Yang, but with the interference of the shadow of angels, even if Xiao Yang has 10 holy flames, he cannot fuse them and can only use holy flames. The most primitive state. Xiao Yang like that was nothing to be afraid of. This battle was doomed to Xiao Yang's defeat from the very beginning. My original and Liu Hui's eyes were powerful men of the same era. When they joined forces to attack the kingdom of angels, they unintentionally found a lot of treasures from the Holy See under their command, and even obtained a certain treasure from a certain Son of Light. A power that can turn the world around. The angelic scroll that records the kingdom of angels and the blood of the royal family contains the purest power of angels. Even if it is used to deal with the evil state, it is quite effective. It's a pity that the person dealing with it now is Xiao Yang. Humph. Xiao Yang snorted coldly, and the water attribute power around his body gradually retreated into his body. Affected by this, it seems that he can only use the power of holy flame. Purge me. In the silence, there was a sudden burst of harsh wind breaking. Under the control of the holy demon lord, the shadow of the pure white angel slowly opened his arms. Sound spin, irresistible. This kind of power does have the power to turn things around. Now in my body, only the power of the devil and the power of the holy flame can resist the power of the angel. The power of the devil cannot be used unless it is compelled. Immediately, interfering sounds appeared everywhere, and the blue giant dragon around Xiao Yang roared and dissipated, and groups of flames of different colors began to rise from Xiao Yang's face. It seems that under the influence of the power of the angel, it actively poured out of his body, sheltering Xiao Yang. Holy flame. Seeing the holy flame rising from Xiao Yang's body, the corner of the holy devil's mouth was filled with ecstasy instead. The most powerful of all Xiao Yang's fighting skills is the fighting skills that rely on the fusion of the power of many holy flames. Now the power of angels affects the latter, making it impossible to fuse and perform, which is tantamount to cutting off the strongest of the latter. Skill. Then let you see what real power is. Boom. For a time, the holy demon lord who possessed the power of an angel suddenly fought with Xiao Yang in this dark world. Such terrifying energy fluctuations shook everything, but Xiao Yang was defeated steadily in the battle. At the bottom of the demon mountain of corpses, the present demon venerable's gloomy face kept looking at the black mist around him. Among them was the place where Xiao Yang and the two were fighting, and on the other side was Su Shuiying, who was slowly approaching the top of the mountain. A certain strange figure followed Su Shuiying in the dark, but unfortunately Mozen's energy clone was not discovered. The center of the demon world. This is a dark hall of ghosts and monsters. There are countless devils and ghosts depicted around the hall. When you watch it lightly, you have a sense of loss. At this time, in the center of the hall, there was a huge mouth of black flames like a furnace of hell. The huge mouth contained some kind of terrible power that devoured the sky and the earth. There was even a deadly threat. The entire hall is full of corpses, and some of the human beings thrown into the black flame furnace are as fragile as mud. Countless demonic energy floats here, so huge that it almost distorts the void here. Susu, a demigod. At this time, the demon venerable floated in the void like a powerful king, his eyes were full of madness, and he kept staring at the evil furnace under his feet. In the main hall, there are also a number of powerhouses who are bound by dark chains and cannot move in place. Among them, there are many veterans in the center of the demon world. Their strength has reached the 5th or even 6th layer reincarnation level powerhouse. Mozen, you are crazy. At this time, under the black flame furnace of the main hall, there are dozens of human beings with dark faces, and their faces are filled with a touch of innate fear. The shackles on their bodies imprison their souls. Even if they are powerful enough to the 6th reincarnation step, they can't break free. They look at the demon venerable who keeps throwing the reincarnation step powerhouse into the black flame furnace like a death god. The fear in their hearts is infinitely magnified. Originally thought that following the demon Venerable betrayal into the foreign evil clan, he would get a lot of resources and help, but now this guy is crazy and seems to want to obliterate them all. Crazy? Maybe. But you don't know there are very few people who can perform top fairy arts independently. The appearance of Holy Flame and the Seven Realms artifacts makes it possible to perform top fairy arts alone. But demigods, or even higher-level existences, if they don't have enough power, they can't use their own power alone. Today, you will finally be fortunate enough to be a part of the demigod. Shouldn't you be cheering and proud of it? Ha ha ha. The mad figure, combined with its dark face, looks extraordinarily infiltrating. You devil, you will be punished sooner or later. All vitality was completely cut off, and the powerhouses present couldn't help but speak ill of each other. Before the scourge comes, you will all turn into ants in my hand. As the demon Venerable waved his hand, a terrifying strong wind pushed the body of the powerhouse present. Do not. One after another figure, like an ant, has no strength to struggle. Roaring figures are endless, and they are easily thrown into the black flame furnace by the demon Venerable. The furnace is boiling and burning, whether it is the 5th layer reincarnation or the 6th layer reincarnation powerhouse, instantly immersed in it, and a few breaths completely turned into blood and water into it. For a time, countless powerful ancient forces, like a new life formed by the fusion of some kind of flame and demonic energy, shook the countless empty spaces of this demon world. If this semi-divine technique is fully used, I am afraid that more than 1/3 of the entire demon world will be completely destroyed. If it is a real magic, I am afraid that the entire demon world will disappear in an instant. Whether it is demigods, quasi-divine techniques, etc., anything related to God seems to be filled with an indescribable terrifying power. Isn't that kind of power that mortals can touch? This video will end here.